Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make some homemade pizza sauce. These are some tomatoes that we grew from our garden. They're Romas, and then I do have one Big Daddy, which I'm not using. We will be using some dry basil, some dry oregano, and some dry thyme, as well as some pepper and some salt. We will also be using some honey, and I have local honey, so we'll be using that. And we'll be using some onions that came fresh out of our garden, as well as some garlic. And I have a hot pepper that came from our garden as well. We will be using some citric acid because I will be canning this, and I need that for tomato products. Some olive oil. And I have some store-bought garlic because I will be needing more. Right now I have a pot of water that I'm about to put to boil, and while that boils I will show you the rest. The pot has just now started to boil, and I will show you how I prepare my station. I do use a dryer mat because this has a lot of water moving and it makes big messes. And I have a bowl of ice water. And then I have a bowl with a plastic bag in it to collect all the tomato peels, and then a glass container to lay all my peeled tomatoes. And now I will show you how I do this. I remove the top green stem things off the tomatoes, and I will place tomatoes in the boiling pot. I will let them sit there until either A, they have a crack in it because they are starting to peel, or B, they wrinkle enough that you can peel them easily. As you can see, this one has started to crack, so I'm just going to go ahead and move it into my ice water so that it can cool down enough for me to be able to peel it. And now we just wait for all the other tomatoes. While I wait for all the other tomatoes to start peeling, I will go ahead and peel the ones that I have on ice cold water so that I can just keep working and keep ahead. And I will continue this process until all the tomatoes that I have picked and have are completely peeled. Okay, now that I am done with my tomatoes, I will go ahead and start chopping some onions, and I will mince my garlic, and that will go in my stock pot with some olive oil, and the onions and the garlic will cook in there until they're completely softened. While the onions cook, I will go ahead and start pureeing the tomatoes so that you get this nice consistency, and we will do that to the whole batch. Now that my onions are ready, nice and soft, I will go ahead and pour in my tomatoes that I pureed. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw up on top all of our spices, the basil, oregano, thyme, salt, pepper. We're going to go ahead and do some honey and the hot pepper I have for this. After I throw in all my spices, I'm going to let that go ahead and go to a boil, and then I'm going to puree it in my food processor just to make it that smooth consistency I would like. Now that that has boiled again, I'm going to go ahead and get my jars ready for canning, and I will put this in my water canner to boil just to sterilize the jars. Then I will go ahead and fill up the jars while they're warm, and the pizza sauce is warm as well. We will fill those up, and then we will seal them, and we will put them back in the canner to boil for 30 minutes with the lid on. When the water canner is done boiling for 30 minutes, I will turn it off and let it sit for 5 minutes, and after they have sat for 5 minutes with the heat off, I will go ahead and pull the jars out and let them sit for 24 hours. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, and if you have any more questions or anything for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. But also do not forget to subscribe and click that button with our little family picture on it.